I'm Caleb Reinhold from UltimateMichiganFishing.com, and I'm here today to talk with you a little bit about picking out a fly reel. For the angler who's targeting small trout, bass, and panfish, you're really just going to need a small reel whose primary purpose is going to be to actually hold the fly line. You're going to need a decent drag system on that fly reel, nothing special though. That drag system's primary purpose is going to be to make sure there's enough tension so that the fly line doesn't backlash when you pull line from the reel. And in case a fish makes a run of about, 3-4 yards, as you're going to get with those species every once in a while. The differences in price in these reels, it's going to depend on the weight of the reel and how attractive that reel looks on a fly rod. The nicer, lighter, more attractive fly reels are going to be a little bit more expensive. But to be honest with you, you're not going to be missing out that much by casting with a heavier reel. Once you start targeting larger species such as salmon, steelhead, pike, big time bass, and carp, you're going to want to have a reel that's going to be able to do a little bit more heavy duty work. You're going to want to make sure it has a nice disc drag system, and you're going to want to make sure that it has a large arbor. Let me show you the difference between a large arbor and a mid arbor. Both these reels right here are rated for a 5 or 6 weight line. I've actually got on this one a 9 weight line, and this one has a 5 weight line on it. So you can see that there's some play with the different line weights that you can put on these reels. But if you'll notice, right here, this circle here, this is called the arbor. The arbor on this reel is smaller than the arbor in this reel. This arbor, you can see here that fluorescent green, that chartreuse color, that's the backing. And you can see the olive color, that's the fly reel line itself. A large arbor is going to do two things for you. The first thing it's going to let you do is reel in more line per rotation of that fly reel. The second thing it's going to do is it's going to let you have less memory in your fly line. And what I mean by memory is I mean the natural tendency of a fly line to retain the shape that it's been stored in when it comes off the fly reel. You'll notice that as you take your fly reel off, a new fly line is going to be tightly coiled when it comes off the reel. It's going to be coiled in just about the size of the circle that it's coiled around. And that circle, again, is the arbor. So a large arbor is going to decrease the coil on your fly line, and it's also going to let you reel in more line per rotation of that reel. The next thing I'm going to recommend to everyone is to get a second spool for your reel. Having an interchangeable spool system lets you take sinking line and put it on one spool, and then have your floating line on another spool. You can see with this reel right here, I can easily take off one spool and put on another spool, just like that. I just go ahead and ratchet this down here, and I'm set to fish with another reel. That reel, full of sinking line, is going to let me get into deeper depths and pursue fish in different locations than this floating line would. Alright everyone, I hope I was able to answer some of your questions about how to pick out a fly reel. If you have any questions about this video, go ahead and post them in the Ask an Expert section, and I'll be happy to answer them. Until next time guys, tight lines.